Welcome, everybody. Welcome to Boston Concessions. I'm your host, Topher. Man, it is great to be normal again. Normal camera, normal audio, normal everything. Oh. So many things, so little time, everything as it goes. How you doing? Welcome. Welcome. Hopefully everything's working as completely normal. I have to clean my glass. Oh my god. So we've got like a good amount to go over. It's an all Red Sox show. Why? What's the hottest ticket in town right now? Okay? Besides Cats, Phantom of the Opera when it's here, some dorky play that people go, oh my god, I want to go to that. I'm like, yeah, that's great. Okay, let's put it this way. You're not going to pay anywhere what you would pay right now for a Red Sox ticket. It is the hottest thing. Hottest thing. Hot, scolding. Holy shit, it's hot. So besides that, we got the Sox. I got to do this because the last show, we went into our absolutely lovely speak pipe, and we found a person that according to somebody, they're trolling me. It's kind of funny. So I've come up with a segment now. I'm gonna play their current one. Okay, for starters, dear God, but that's gonna be later in the show. We don't want to worry about them. We want to focus on now. But there'll be a new segment. I'll release it, and that's an understatement as it goes. Plus, tonight, Home Run Derby. It happened, and we've got a crown champ. It's basically what you want to see and more. Plus, also, a little bit of audio. There is something I'm going to attempt to find that I have no idea where the hell it went. That's how much I've been prepping. I've been getting set. I'm just really excited to the fact that, my everything right now is acting completely to the normal. And it was horrible to the fact that it wasn't. So, yeah. We're back, baby. Hopefully the audio's been better, because I attempted something new. Leave a comment, whether it's on the YouTube channel. Email me, info@bostonconcessions.com. No, I'm sorry, it's info@bostonconcessions@gmail.com. You can put any information, anything like that there. I'll get the email. Be able to go over everything from there. Also, you can use the speak pipe. I gotta actually put that in there as well. Create a banner. It's really hard when it's just you. Let me just make sure that's what it is, so this way we can make sure everything's good. Info. That is the astounding. That is just amazing. So I'm going to put this here. Why is it not doing it? There it is. All right. Oh, wait. It's a part of this one. So why this was hiding, I have no idea. So yes, leave a message. speakpipe.com/Boston_concessions. You can leave a voicemail. You can leave basically whatever you want. However, I will give you the majority of this. If I find to the fact that it is something completely out of the norm, I am going to bring it up. I am going to put you on blast, and no, it is not going to be anything good. Okay? We had a person that belched last week. Belched. Yes. Like, hi, I'm rude at the dinner table, and it was probably between a 2 and a 4. It was really weak. And no, I don't want you to belch into the speak pipe. I don't. I want to know what your takes on the Red Sox are. I want to know what you think about the Bruins. I want to know what you think about the Celtics, the Patriots, which we've yet to talk about, but there's 8 weeks coming up with them. I want to know about that stuff. I don't want to know about your bodily functions. That's something you talk with your doctor about. If you have an issue and it's gas related, great, cool. Share it with your friends. Rip it on somebody's lap. Don't bring it into my speak pipe. I will put you on blast. No, I will not be laughing at it because I love farts. I love burps, especially when they're done tastefully. But when you do them in a that's not a burp. Have you ever been sitting there, and I'll go over this really quick. Have you ever been sitting there and someone just goes, "What was that?" Oh, what? That wasn't you? No. What was that? I don't know. Yeah, you do. It came from your ass. Listen, if I'm going to be sitting next to somebody, it's going to be, and I'm just going to let it flow. And if it is in front of my friends, you damn well know I'm going to look at you and say, yes, it was me. Yes, I let it go. Sorry. But I'm going to make sure it has a good amount of noise to it. And if it has some stink, everybody's going to be laughing while they clear the room. No, do not tell me you leave the room in disgust and then do not go in the next room and laugh your ass off. You know you do. Do not say you don't. Okay? Because in 2 weeks later, dude, remember that time that Topher cleared the room? Yeah, we had to leave. Holy shit. I've done that once. Once. I'm literally serious. I've done it once. Sometimes you just got to clear a room. Nothing wrong with clearing a room. Sometimes you get like something does not agree with you. It happens. And if it doesn't agree with you, man, it's life. What are you supposed to do? Okay? Things like that are normal noises. I don't need to hear them on a thing that I want to know, like, hey, what do you think about the Bruins lineup this year? How do you think Drake May is going to do? You know, I'd love for you to call in, but I don't know what kind of troll you're going to be. Even like, dude. You ever see the guy? He's the fucker right in the pussy guy. He would go on the news. Yeah, I was sitting here watching that guy. He fucked her right in the pussy. It's live freaking TV. I'm live right now on YouTube. Okay? And then I'm going to have to edit it if it's something racial, if it's discriminatory. No, I want to make sure like I can at least have like a joyous part of this. This has been the first 10 minutes. Jeez Louise. What am I thinking? I'm happy. I'm solid. It's fine. Whatever it is. Cheers. So, the Boston Red Sox. Those guys. They're the hottest ticket right now. Red Sox are, I don't know what happened, what they did, how they did it, why they did it. somewhere during the past 10 games, a light bulb has basically gone off. Pitching has been exciting. Batting has been exciting. Fielding has been exciting. We talked at one point about this team having the possibility of being a very exciting team to watch. Well, look at it now. The Red Sox are basically 10-0 in their past 10 games. Now, when they started this, I will say this. The first 3 games, it's only Washington, who cares? You know something? Small teams are what you need in order to get your groove. It's okay. You'll basically take them 2-1. Okay, you'll have a rubber match. Sometimes it'll be 2-2. Sometimes you lose them. But it's certain games when you take heed and you take your stride, you find confidence, you find comfortability, you find everything you want to and more in order to make that team gel. In this instance, the Red Sox basically took a 3-game series against the Washington Nationals and made a statement. What was that statement? We want to win. How did they do that? Well, they swept them 3-0. The beauty part of this is that you saw offense, you saw credibility, you saw everything in a half that you want your pitching to do. You saw defense come out of nowhere. You saw bats come alive. You saw scores that we haven't seen in weeks, months, etc. But you also started seeing some familiar faces start appearing again. And that is a very good thing. That's basically what you want. When people look at things, what was one of the things the Red Sox had an issue with? You could basically go toe-to-toe with anybody in the East, but what were you failing at? Weaker teams. You didn't have the mojo. You didn't have that groove, baby, that instant feel, that mark of success that you basically want to have when you're flowing into a 3-game set with one of the bad teams in baseball. You've been mediocre at best, with a little bit before the mediocre part. So you've been bad. You've had some good moments, but you've been bad against bad teams. Whatever light switch, whoever lit a match, whoever broke the mold, this has not happened since 2018. That they hit the 4th of July and go running into the All-Star break on a 10-0 skid. So yes, they did take on the Washington Nationals. They are one of the poor teams in baseball where they are just flat. I will give you the stats on them. MLB standings. The Nationals are 38-58. They're .396. That's their win percent. They're 17 games back from the Phillies. They were 2-8 from their last go. What does that basically mean? Well, the Pirates have a better record than them. Anybody in the American League? They have a better record than the White Sox, but not by much. Even the Athletics have a better record than them. Need I say more? So, with this newfound glory of what you're looking at with the MLB standings, I'll look this way, so this way I can have some joy of light. I'm using my screen. So the Red Sox within this, they are 32-20 at home. They are 21-25 away. They are basically making their home games their wonderful stand. So what was the first order of business? Go into the National League and play 2 teams in 3 games. You play Washington, then you play Colorado, which is the worst team in baseball. Worst. And then once you cycle through that, you're going to come back and you're going to play an AL East team. You swept the Nationals. Congratulations. That's 3 games. You went into the Rockies, where everybody was like, okay, you took the 3 games. You're probably going to lose 1. Maybe you lose 2. That's completely okay. We'll see how everything goes. You came out sweeping the Rockies. Great job. You started to catch up. Then the talk happened. Well, you got to play Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is on a good streak. They're on a good everything. One of their players is in the home run derby. Why? They can crush home runs. Yay! The Red Sox basically took that information and said, hold my Boston baked beans. I'm going to show you something. Not 1, not 2, not 3, 4. 1 with a walk-off, and then multiple times. And who was the star of this acrobatic monstrosity? Dane Rafaela. And I'll show you why. Give me a sec. If you're on YouTube, you can watch this video. I hate the Red Sox one. It's great. It has like a couple moments here or there. I'm just not a fan of the announcer for the Red Sox games. So, because I still think Don Orsillo could do a better job. But this was the Rays broadcast. Just take a listen. Okay, you'll be able to listen if you're listening on, wherever else you get your podcasts, because they're probably on there. So just give a listen. It's great stuff.
Wow. Red Sox win 5-4.
Would you have been any more salty? That had to be the worst definition of a loss. He had no words. It was just, wow. And let me see if I can find... I'll see if I can actually find the Dane Rafaela walk-off.
You don't have to be a mad scientist to bring your...
Swing and a drive! Oh! He killed it! It is out of here! It's gone! Say die!
give it the full blow.
Swing and a drive! Oh! He killed it! And it's out of here! It's gone! St. Don does it! The Sox win it! They walk it off against Tampa Bay! Are you kidding me? That is the sound of 8 straight at Fenway!
Wow! This kid! He's not stopping, Obi! The slider down and in! I mean, the swing is locked in! You put it in the zone, he missed the fastball earlier, but he gets the breaking ball! How did you win that game?
How did you win that game? 5-4. Say Don walks it off deep into the night. And the Red Sox can't lose.
You would think that would be a jinx.
Look at this. Slider down and in. He got crazy eyes. He got him. And he knew it. Look at it. He still hasn't moved. This ball leaves the ballpark. He just stands there.
Oh, is that cool? That's some kind of cool.
Enjoy it. Wow.
Mercy. Oh, there's something in the air with this Red Sox team. You cannot deny it. He just killed it. His 13th home run.
It's in his veins.
And he brought up like the perfect idea. There's something in this Red Sox team. And what have I been saying about this Red Sox team? This Red Sox team has something about them that is basically possibility of unleashed. And everybody, the Devers fanatics, and I don't want to bring up Rafael Devers again, but it has to happen. Why? Because everybody wanted to know, oh, who's going to be the hitter? Who's going to be the strong man? Who's going to be that guy that gets them through the night? Well, for starters, there have been multiple people that have gotten them through the night. And then some, if you look at like a lot of things that the Red Sox have done. First off, Zdeno Rafaela is probably one of the biggest you can state. He's been defensive all over the place. He's been on the offense, hitting home runs, doubles, getting like just in there, RBIs. He's making sure that the Red Sox are holding their ground. Brian Bayo, another one. He's pitching. He's holding his ground. Garrett Crochet. He's pitching himself to like what would possibly be one of the best seasons he's had. You have Jarren Duran being a leader in the clubhouse, being that guy that motivates everybody around him. You have Alex Bregman, even though he wasn't on the field for like, I believe, 8 of the 10 games. What has he been doing? Talking with the guys, motivating them, being that stellar piece that needs to be said. And the beauty part that you can go into, there's no pushback. There's nothing that is pushing this team back right now. I made the comment before that I don't think that the Red Sox have what it takes, and it would basically need some sort of culture change. I stand corrected because that culture change is sitting in that dugout right now. I made the comment on a previous show. Mind you, it was also to the fact that it was before the Rafael Devers trade. It was before a lot of other stuff happened. It was before anything was going on. Now I can't stop looking at this offense. I can't stop looking at the defense. I can't stop looking at the body language that is still going on in that clubhouse minus Alex Cora, minus one or two people, but you still see it. What does it look like? It looks like this. And if you are not watching on YouTube, I will tell you what it looks like. People wearing a Wally hat, or headdress, if you will, or mask, or helmet. It has been the dawn of why I said last show, this reminds me of 04 in certain ways. It is reminding me of 2018 in certain ways. They are nitpicking a lot of things that made the previous teams winners. And they're finding ways to do it. By the way, what did they do to the Rays besides, well, besides making him look very, very questionable? They took all 4 games. So, you had basically the hot seat in the East. Okay? Why is it? I want to see if I can change the tab. I guess I can't. Okay. So, I'll base an honest gesture with this. Okay? The American League East used to be the Yankees on top, the Blue Jays chasing them, with the Rays right on their tail. That was the American League East. If you look almost a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, the Yankees lost ground. The Blue Jays came up and just thwarted them. You then had the Rays that kind of lost momentum. But even the last 4 games where the Red Sox have beaten the Rays, what now do you have? I mean, I'm looking at everything to where if you look at the Rays, okay, you can see my cursor. Great. For anybody who's on the other stuff, sorry. I'll try to do a clip where I can do it. But if you look at the Rays right now, they are 5.5 games back from the AL East. Okay? They are 5.5 from the Blue Jays. You know who used to be 6.5 games back? The Red Sox. The Red Sox are now 3 games back from the Blue Jays with 2.5 games up on the Rays. And the extra added kicker, they are 1 game back from the Yankees. 1. All it takes is a Yankee loss. A Yankee loss. And here's the worst part. Come the 18th, the Red Sox are going to have to play the Red Hot Cubs. Then they play the Phillies. Then they play the overbearing Dodgers. If they can win half of these games, and the Yankees can lose their games, and the Rays can keep doing what they're doing, there's just something about this Red Sox team that makes me kind of open up and understand that these guys might be for real. So while you're having your hat shows and you're having everything else that goes along with it, what's the betterment of where you're at? Alex Bregman is back from injury. Great, he's donning a uniform. Who else is back from injury? Masashita Yoshida. Or Matazaki Yoshida, however you pronounce his first name. He's back from injury. So, what do you do in this whole scheme of things? And I know what people are saying. Oh, well, we got to get rid of Duran. We've got to make moves. We got to prepare for the future. Stop. No, you don't. You have to prepare for right now. Because I hate to say it, anybody who's sitting out there in Red Sox land who's calling Craig Breslow an idiot, you would have kept Rafael Devers. All you couch GMs that have been sitting here talking about, oh, Alex Bregman, he's gonna go. I mean, there's so many news report places, that are basically stating, okay, Bregman's out, Duran's traded, Chapman's on the block to go. This 10-game win streak you can't in any way go into the All-Star break and get rid of anybody. I mean, there's probably a couple pieces you can trade. There's probably some options you can do. There's a rental or two you can take and then sign them to basically hold the ground. You can basically free up anybody who wants to push forward for the next year because they know they're not going anywhere. You can take them as a rental, a loaner, and anything. You can get those guys. You can get them for peanuts. You can get them for small potatoes. And why can you do this? Anybody remember to the fact that $300 and something million was freed up? I believe it was $200 and something million was freed up from a man who used to play third base, who now DHs, that went to San Francisco. Yeah. They can get these guys on a cheap for a couple things and then sign them. They have the money. They can take on Bregman. They can basically sign Bregman long term if they really wanted to. And what's the benefit of that? You have a third baseman who will be there. Okay? You even have Marcelo Meyer who will be there to cover third, to cover short. You have so much more. You have Roman Anthony in the outfield. You have Jarren Duran right now in the outfield. Ceddanne Rafaela, you could just put him anywhere in the lineup. He's playing. Trevor Story is another guy that has basically been written off by these Red Sox fans. And he is having one of the most tremendous years that anybody who doubted him for being healthy, for being upbeat, for being in the right place at the right time, he is flipping you the bird. What was one of the things I heard in the offseason that I also heard during spring training, that I heard at the beginning of the year? Trevor Story is trash. What is Trevor Story now? Trevor Story's been on a hot streak. He's not as hot as Ceddanne Rafaela, but he's hitting. He's hitting. He's fielding. He's holding his own. He looks as he did with Colorado, the reason why they signed him to that big deal. He may not be hitting like ding-dongs, but he's hitting. It's hard to name anybody on this team that has been bad as of late. I'll even say it, Walker Buehler. Since him and Alex Cora had their trash, and blah, 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 I'm not injured. Oh yeah, we'll prove it. Blah. He's come out and he's had some good games. Yes, he's gotten shelled a couple times, but he's held it together. There is something, whether they're drinking the dirty water or they're making something happen that's magical. We could never explain 04. We had the power of Manny and we had the power of Ortiz. We had the pitching, we had everything. And it came down to like a lot of times where we were questionable, what is this team going to do? Well, according to Kevin Millar, they cowboyed up. They got themselves into idiot mode. And they won. They faced so much adversity. But they didn't give up. This team is similar to that. You started the year kind of wonky. You had a bad egg inside your locker room that did not want to help your team. He did not want to help anybody that was going on. One of your teammates had a season-ending injury. And he was asked to step in and blindly said no. What did I say that does to a locker room? It's like a dark cloud or just a London fog that is so dense. And I'm not talking about the player, or maybe I am. But the denseness of how this whole thing goes, it affects everybody. It affected Cora. It affected Bregman, even though he was injured. It affected Rafaela. It affected Duran. It affected everybody around it. And what did I say the minute he was gone? And the GM walked in the room and said, okay, Rafael Devers has been traded. I don't know what you guys want to do. And somebody said, we'll go out and we'll do what we have to do. They knew the assignment. So you take the next 2-3 weeks. You play with your mechanics. You play with everything going on. You're finding things wrong with your game. And what do? Tweak. You tweak it with attitude. You tweak it with, hey, we just hit, a double. We hit a home run. We hit a triple. We're eating it up. What happened to, also, you're hitting your strides. You got ice in the veins. You're ready to go. Again, things that you can see from body language. What is that doing for the Sox? I didn't think they were going to get here. Me. I'm a Sox fan, minus Alex Cora. I will always check on the boys. I will always look up everything. Henceforth, why, I'll watch a couple things like Sox in 2. I'll watch some highlights. There's many things that I break down when I'm looking at highlights and I'm looking at what to call on the Sox games. If I'm looking at Garrett Crochet pitching, how is his body language? What is he looking at? What is he looking for? How is he feeling? Is he tight? Is he nervous? Is his facial expression oh my God, get me out of here, get me out of here? No. It's calm. It's determined. It's where you want him to be. It's him embracing the ace role of your club. So what does Craig Breslow say about this? Well, he came on before this and said we have to be buyers. We have to be very aggressive. And everybody thought, again, Breslow's an idiot. Why? Because he believes in the team and he sees what he's doing and he knows to the fact of like what you're basically going to be kicking out. Yes, of course he sees it. Yes, of course he knows it. And now it's come to fruition. You've beaten teams 10 straight. Haven't done it since 2018. You look like a contender. Your bullpen looks better than what it was the past 2 months. They look reformed. They look together. They look like they're working as one destructive unit. Your closer is probably pitching the best baseball he has in a while. And he's had some good years. But right now, he is so adapted. He's on autopilot. Go in, pitch, game. He is just there. Out, 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 walk away. Basically all he's looking to do. And he's been doing it. How do you fault that? Everybody says, "Oh, you got an oversaturated outfield," and okay, cool. We've got an oversaturated outfield. What's your point? We have a DH spot that we can substitute people with now. We can sit guys against lefties. We can sit guys against righties. We can play around with the offense. We can do a little bit more. We don't have somebody locked in that DH position where it's going to make us cry. Hey, by the way, one of those outfield guys actually plays infield too. It is a good thing to have. Because now, while everybody is playing checkers in order to try to figure out where you're going to move your king, where you're going to move your piece, you're sitting there playing chess. What lineup can I throw at them today that's completely going to throw them off? Because we can throw this guy at DH, throw this guy in left field, throw this guy in right, put him at second base, have your platoon guy at first, and have him at third. I'm not seeing a problem here. I'm seeing a solution that is causing you to win games. Keep winning games. That's the idea. That's what you want, right? Everybody and their mother sits there, and what do they say? Oh, I got to win baseball games. How am I going to do that? Well, you wanted them to win. Now here they are. The part that still gets me is people still want Duran traded. People are still looking for Weiler Abreu. I can understand. You know, somebody has to be the fall guy for it. And if you're looking to really trade Duran, you're going to take a portion of that clubhouse right now, right out the door. I get it. And I really do. There are people in this business that the first thing they look at is a stat. Let me tell you one of the things that makes baseball, to me, one of the best games. Passion. Attitude. These are not stats that are like, hey, your passion is at 85% today. That just doesn't exist. Okay? It's not something you can put on a video game and say, this is the passion for this, and this is what we want to see the passion at. We want the passion to be at 85%. You don't get that. That's not possible. So what do? You have to backtrack and look at how passionate they're playing. And right now, they're playing with all the passion in the damn world. This is what makes baseball. You can state to the fact, like, out of 100%, 85, here's his power. 75, here's his contact. His vision is 63%, because he's going to see the ball, he's not going to see the ball. There's going to be certain pitches he does. On any occasion, you can have a robot that's going to classify that. And when everything was done with Billy Beane and the Oakland A's, when they came up with Moneyball, it's great. You can play that feature, and you can play that to your heart's content. There's one small feature that you can't. Hard hitting, grittiness. Like, the objective to basically hit another cylinder that you didn't think you had, and to grind out wins, to grind out hits, to grind out a pitcher that is just overpowering you. You come to a fruition that you can beat them in inning 5, inning 6. Goes on like a light bulb. That is something that these people can't progress. They can't digest. They can look at all the stats, all the numbers, all the money, all the everything, and the first thing they're going to come out with, well, the best part for the Red Sox right now is to trade Jarren Duran. Why? Tell me why. Well, because he has trade value. Really? The Red Sox are buyers. They're not sellers. Why would they get rid of one of their top tier guys that's in a clubhouse pumping everybody with so much of that passion? You would trade Alex Bregman in a heartbeat too, wouldn't you? We talked about that both of them might be out. According to Craig Breslow, he's not moving either one of them. He's going to buy. Where's he going to start? He wants a number 2 pitcher. He wants to find them. He wants to basically bolster that pitching prowess to get them into the playoffs. Can he also get a bat for the remainder of the year? Yes. But this is where I'm going to have this question. You get a pitcher, you know where to put him, considering Hunter Dobbins just went down for the remainder of the year with a torn ACL. It's horrible. Hopefully he comes back better than ever. But you're now down one position guy. Can that number 2 slide right in? Well, it's supposed to slide right out. Couldn't help it. But when you slide your number 2 pitcher right behind Garrett Crochet, what do you do now? You have your 1-2. Hitters are not going to want to face that. You had this when you had Pedro Martinez with John Lackey. You had John Lesser with Clay Buchholz. You had a lot of those pitchers. And anybody who was in front of Tim Wakefield, you really want to face a knuckleballer like that? He's putting together the proper tools now to go after the postseason. And the only thing I can hear about Breslow is that he's trash. He's garbage. Why? Because the narrative is you still gave away a $250 million third baseman that could hit the cover off the ball, who hasn't done diddly jack shit for the San Francisco Giants and could also be trade bait for the New York Yankees. Need I say more? I said for 3 years, and I'm gonna go into like a different sport for like just a second. I said to a lot of people, if you get rid of Marcus Smart, you'll see a huge difference within how the ball is moved, how the ball is played, and you have the right people now shooting where Marcus Smart shouldn't be shooting certain threes, certain twos, driving in when he shouldn't be. He doesn't have that knack of technology in order to do it. Everybody thought I was crazy. Everybody loved Marcus Smart. What happened when he was traded? You got Porzingis. You had Porzingis. You had Holiday. You had Derek White. You had the two Jays. What was the balance of that team? To move the ball and shoot properly and go through one of the Jays, or you go through Drew or White. You made the call to their smart basketball IQs, and you made perfect precisions with everything that was going on. And you won a lot of games. And you blew out a lot of teams. And you basically put Boston on the map that these are the guys that are going to make the drive. And halfway through the season, people were still crying, "Oh, Marcus Smart, he would have been so much better on this team." You don't watch games, do you, bud? Body language, chemistry, how the people react, how everything else reacts. That's where I called Marcus Smart a cancer. Said it about Jackie Bradley a couple times. Rafael Devers was the next in line for me to say something about. It's not to the fact I want to be wrong. Some people, like my mom, like enjoys some of these players. What am I supposed to do? Hey, Mom, sorry. This guy sucks. Well, I like him anyway. Good. When he's traded and we win, I don't want to hear it. There's points that I can make that'll bring you to look at a guy maybe a little bit differently. It's the same thing when I look at my friends and I go, I hate the word appreciate. Why? Because everybody and their mother has to say that word. Oh man, I appreciate you. Thank you. Oh dude, you let me borrow $5 for lunch. I appreciate you, man. Appreciate is not a thank you. A thank you is a thank you. Saying something good about what the person did for you is a good enough job. You don't have to say one word that means everything. I said it in a candid way. Hey, when I was growing up, people used to say, "Oh man, I love you, man." Hate that word. I used to never say it to any of my ex-girlfriends. 6 months in, "Oh, I love you." Like, that's nice. And no, that's not why they're exes. Trust me. But I just didn't throw the word out there. I wasn't one of those guys that like, hey, let me tell you how much I love you when I really don't. Let me tell you how much you moved me to death where I'm going to give you that love you. No, I really don't. I'm saying this, and the reason I'm saying this is because when you start in any which way and you get the motion to show who's good, who's bad, who's affected, where is this coming from, where is the body language, and that's a big thing. When you're winning and you get a winning streak in the first 2 games and a guy just walks in the things like, yeah, I hit a home run, yay. Dude, you just hit a 2-run shot that has put us in the lead. Yeah, I know, great, cool. You put the head on. Hey, you get the head. No, it's off. What do you see now within these guys? I hit a home front. Oh, look at me go. Yeah, Wally. Yay. What's the difference? There's a huge difference. Look at the body language, how excited somebody is. Look at how they get down and gritty. Like, yeah, I just hit a home run. Did you see the smack on that thing? Oh. Tell me something bad about that. There isn't. What is that? It's called motivation. If you sit in a cubicle and you want somebody to do work and you're just like, yeah, I just need you to go in the thing and yeah, just do that project over there. Okay. And just let me know when you're done. Cool. Do you have any drive? No. This guy's going to talk down to you like you're deaf, and you're going to go to like another project and then another project until finally you don't know what to do. Like the boss is saying you suck, and then you find somebody and it's like, Bobby, I got a project for you. Come here. Oh, what's up? What's up? Dude, we got a project for you. Okay, what's the project? Dude, we're going to have you sit at Red Sox games. We're going to have you go through A, B, and C. You like the Sox, right? Yeah, so do I. But we're going to give this project to you. Why? We're going to have you do A, B, and C. Do you like doing A, B, and C? Yeah, so do I. Makes our job fun. Wipe the smile off your face. Wipe the frown off your face. Let's go. Let's get that groove. Let's get everything going. Blood flowing. Everybody pumped. Everybody set and ready to go. Where do you knock anybody down? You don't. You found the niche, the mark, the motivation. Now you just got to go out and shell it. So Dane Raffaella is one of those guys that's shelling it. He dove for a ball. There was one of the plays. He dove for the ball. Not only to the fact that he dove for the ball, but when he dove for the ball, he dropped it. But he trapped it. Guy going around third, and he was going into third, and he threw the ball and got the guy out at third. They did not count the run at home. How disgusting is that? If you go look it up, the throw, gorgeous. Everything else, flat out. But what does that do for other people? Gives them motivation. Here's another thing about baseball I'll tell you, and this is from me directly. Not everything has to be offensive based. Home runs, dongs, dingers, salamis, whatever you want to call it, okay? Your favorite food group, your favorite penis, I don't care. Whatever you call a home run, not always the best thing in baseball. Slow guy grounding out a double is amazing. A guy that is probably lackluster in the field making a remarkable catch can make you sprout out and go, whoa! Shit, he caught that? A guy that has no means whatsoever to where, like, you're expecting a strikeout, you're expecting, nothing. He hits a home run. Hell, doesn't even hit a home run. He hits an in-the-gap double. Again, how do you complain? Can't. Did you see what you did? Did you see what came out of this? Quality. Classic. It's everything that you want and more. And a lot of these guys do this. Some guys are just there to play the game and that's it, and they move right along. You ever also see Mr. 3000. Bernie Mac. Great dude. He's supposed to get 3,000 hits, but they make an error. So he's now going to come out of retirement to get 3 hits. 3 hits. During the time of him trying to get these 3 hits, he's learning newfound baseball. He used to be the arrogant, cocky guy who cares. Then they got the new guy. I think his name was Panamaker. But he was the home run stud. You know what he cared about? Hitting a dinger out of the park. That's all he cared about. When you see the gelling through the teams as the movie goes, the coach, who is probably this, didn't care. He starts seeing the motivation of his team. He comes off the bench to yell at an umpire because of a call. Hadn't made any iota of any smirking, nothing. Just sat there. Now all of a sudden he's coming out and defending his team's honor. These things can change games. And video games, stats, they don't have this. So when you're listening to somebody on ESPN, or you're hearing someone on Nesson or here, try to figure out if they're mentioning their body language, how they're acting in the clubhouse, how they're motivating the team, how they're doing like a lot of other things. Are they asking the proper questions? What is getting under your skin to make this move? What is it you're doing? There's got to be something, right? What is it? That people are not going to know. All they see is a jump in their numbers. Okay, this guy has hit more doubles this month. Oh, this guy's hit more home runs this month. Great. Why? I want to know why. Don't you want to know why? You want to know why I want to know why? I want to know why because I want to know why this is happening now and why this makes a difference, because if this is something that you can turn on, can you keep it on? Can you control it? Can you actually hit more home runs? Can you actually control when you're going to hit a home run? How you're going to hit a home run? Those are beautiful questions. What's wrong to ask, right? So should we get to this speak pipe and then we'll talk about the home run derby and then we'll call it a night? I still, in any which way, I can't believe to the fact that this was even done. So we will share the screen. Here it is. So if you notice, this person decided, okay, their name is Y. A@A.com. Yep. A@A.com. What the fuck was that? It's like he burped so rudely and stupidly. 3, mind you. 3 out of 10. There was a little bass, but it was such a push. It wasn't just a... It was a... And there was nothing more. But what did he do afterwards? It was, listen to where it gets to about right here. Like in the middle part. I know some of you aren't going to like watch this. But it gets to the middle part. What does it do? It's like it switched from a burp to a fart. What is it? Is it a continue of the burp? Or did he shit himself? I don't really need to know. I don't care to know. But to the fact that this man still does not have the balls to actually put his full name on there. If I'm going to burp into something and I'm like, here, I'm leaving you something. Here. Here you go. Here's my name, Topher. Here's my email. info@bostonconcessions.com. If I wanted to make it a burping show, yeah. This guy would not win anything, I'll tell you that right now. For starters, he can't even tell me who he is. That's funny. Secondly, is this really just supposed to mock me? Because I'll tell you right now, it's not mocking me because I'm making fun of you. Why am I making fun of you? Because you can't give me either a burp or a fart. You can't even produce something that is high quality of something that would make me go, bravo! And I doubt you're even going to. Because for me, if it was your show, yeah, I'm putting my name on it. I don't care. B, I'm going to go through 3 burps to make sure I'm getting you the right one. So I'm going to record them as much as I can to make sure it's the right, perfect one. Because the minute you air it, my name will be known. But see, I don't have shame to that. Hence why I don't have shame calling this out. What is the bad aspect of what you're doing? Burp, 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 fart. This was the original. And you can tell it's the same person. This person did not have an uncle, father, or somebody that was actually teaching them how to burp. Okay, you weren't Booger from Revenge of the Nerds winning burp and fart and piss contests because you weren't high class on it. So, like I said, you're either trying to impress me, which is not. You're trying to basically make a mockery of what I'm doing here, which is not working. But I am giving you your couple minutes of fame to tell you you're not famous because A, I'm just me. And B, if you really think this bothers me, like I said, do your own show. Tell me what to do it. I'll put my name on it and I'll show you the glamour that I can do. I don't even have to do it here. But I'll make sure it's 100% grade A. It's got my name on it. I'm not going to say, hey, my name is Y. No. Topher. I have no shame in my game. I have no shame in, especially if I'm leaving a speak pipe. Yeah. I'm going to leave 2 things. One, I think the Red Sox are going to make something of the second half. Okay. The Bruins still need to fire Sweeney because he sucks. Okay, Drake May hopefully is going to be one of the better quarterbacks of this year, and hopefully he doesn't have the sophomore curse. I'm hoping for Damian Lillard to be signed by the Celtics, so this way everything can go proper. And oh, by the way, I know you were having like a burp thing, so here it is. Dated my name. Didn't care. Such a disappointment. Because here I'm hoping to hear something like really good. You know, like somebody's like, yo, hey, we gotta like leave a comment. Like Steve Scott from SSBN. He left a comment. He thanked us on our 60th episode. It was a great moment. I loved hearing it. And then I've got this. But like that happens. Hey, let's switch. Hey, look at that. Home run derby time. Oh, you notice how quickly we made that segment. It was just, yeah. That's how much I believe in that guy. Not a lot. T-Mobile home run derby. It's amazing. I'm not picking my nose. I got like something like right here. It hurts. Ow. Byron Buxton, Kevin Yarrow, Jazz Chisholm Jr., O'Neal Cruz, Matt Olson, Cal Raleigh, James Wood, and I don't know how to pronounce his first name, Rooker. Those are the men that went into the home run derby. Those are the men who stood the chance with everything. I got your results. What the hell was it? I did have the results. If I can find where the hell I had it. Nope, that was from last year. Nope, that's not from this year. Can I get the one from this year? Oh my god. I had it at one point. I have no idea where the heck it went. Let's see if it was on MLB.com. Yep. Here, okay, here it was. So round one, you had Wood with 16, Rooker with 17, Caminero with 21, Cruz with 21, Buxton had 20, Chisholm had 3. Cal Raleigh had 17 and Olson had 15. So that was between round one. Then you had round two consisting of O'Neal Cruz, Caminero, Buxton, and Raleigh. Cruz hit 13, Camaro hit 8, Raleigh hit 19, and Buxton hit 7. So it came down to Raleigh and Caminero. Caminero hitting 15 to Raleigh hitting a total of 18 at the end. And with that, Home Run Derby champ is the first time a catcher has won the T-Mobile Home Run Derby. Not only that, but Cal Raleigh was called the Big Dumper. I really one day need to know why, and I'm hopefully before the next show, I'm going to find out why they call him the Big Dumper. But yes, Cal Raleigh, first time in MLB history, a catcher won the Home Run Derby. He beat the 22-year-old Junior Caminero of Tampa Bay. That is an amazing feat. And there's also this. Let me see if this is the video I might be able to show. So, normally, anything that relinquishes itself at a certain speed or a certain aspect is what they look at. So, this is O'Neal Cruz. Do that. I'm sharing. Share here. Yep, here it is. So this is O'Neal Cruz. He's got 22 pitches left. Just take a look at like a couple that he hit. Here we go.
I mean, he might be tired.
Yes, he'll feel the fatigue because he'll feel the pressure as well. 20 pitches. Oh,
look at this one.
He needs to get on a roll.
Right center went out. This is what got all the boys over here on the right side up. Look at the path of that baseball. Short and sweet. You usually think of a bigger guy getting long.
And he's holding both hands on the bat the entire time. It's pure bat speed, it's pure power, it's leverage. And right now, he's got a lot of people around him.
He sure does. Give me some space.
He's got the entire Dominican Republic that's here in the stadium right there with him, and Paul Skeens as well.
Look at Acuna Jr., who knows what that is when you hit a ball that far in this building.
He is one of the few people to actually hit longer than, well, it ties a record, which is 513 home runs. 513 feet. There have been 514, 518, and that was at Coors Field, which they label Coors Field a little bit different due to the fact of the elevation. But the fact that O'Neal Cruz hit a 513-foot bomb in Atlanta. And that ball was juiced. It was gone. See you later. Like the minute he hit it with the bat, and then he followed up with like another one that went flying, but that one was still on everyone's radar just watching it go out of the park. That's some high cheese. That's something like you. What is the what is the thing from oh God, it's from a band. Oh, that's something everyone can enjoy. Oh, I can tell I get so much going. Whew. But there's where we're at. It's a great moment. Great for everything. Ah. Into everything I'm doing here. Huh. What a day for baseball, man. What a night. I'll tell you flat. Just right now, I could not be more prouder of the Red Sox. I'm looking at everything else going on. Between disappointed announcers, so the fact that Junior Caminero lost in the last thing of the home run derby, I guess the Rays just can't get a break. Like everybody's just beating on the Rays. Yeah, I just want to get that zing in there. Oh, it's so horrible. Oh, those Sox. I'm gonna ask a question before we call it a night. Where do you see the Red Sox taking this 10-game win streak? They're going to come out of the home run derby. They're going to come out of like the All-Star game. They're going to have the Futures game. And then they're just going to be right back to work. What are we hoping to see? Trade deadline still in a couple weeks. We know to the fact that anything can change. We also know due to, like I said, due to Craig Breslow, they are buyers. They are not sellers. They are buyers. He wants a number 2 pitcher. They've got a couple guys on the radar. You tell me. You email me. Go on SpeakPipe. Please do not burp. Please do not fart. I'm serious. But tell me somewhere where you see this team. Where is it? I will play it. I will go over your stuff. I will agree, disagree. I will state your piece. You will have carte blanche within what you say. I'll even read what you email me. You can even put it on Twitter. You can put it on Facebook. You can put it anywhere you want to. Just not on me, please. Keep it away. But it is your time. You can say what you want. I will reiterate it here, and I will make it a talking point. As long as it is not a bowel movement, I don't care. I want to know people's opinion. Like, these are things that I want to fuel on. Like, I don't want to have one of those, oh my God, somebody posted something, I absolutely hate it, I'm going to trash them. No, I want to take what they said and actually say, hey, it's a really good take, or I want to know more. Like, why do you feel to the fact that that's going to be something? I want to know where you're coming from with it. What is your motivation of why you think the Sox are going to be like this? Do you think they're going to just keel over? Do you think they're going to actually continue pushing? Do you think they got the knack to actually get to the postseason or beyond? Yes, people are talking about that deep beyond department. Not just in between the pillows. It's there. The beyond department is the ALCS, the DS, and then, of course, the World Series. That is exactly what that is. And you're, like I broke down, you have a hefty amount of games. You have the Cubs, you have the Phillies, you have the Dodgers. Those are the next 3 teams that the Red Sox have to play. Now, if they win a lot of those games, they're gonna be going for first. Hell, I'd be okay if they're just cruising the wild card right now. Because that's exactly what they're looking like they're doing. They are cruising the wild card. But if they make a push, a crunch, and they're in the number 2 spot in the East, hell, even if they make it to the number 1 spot in the East, you can't not focus on this team and wonder, is there something more to this And can you really call Craig Breslow a harebrained idiot because you didn't like what he did and you think it's bad for baseball when you're being that couch GM? Oh, I could have did so much better. Good for you. I could have too. I could have also did it right when it happened. And then I could have had the whole year without Rafael Devers. Think of it that way. My comment to everybody at one point is simple. If you did not have Rafael Devers at the beginning of the year, and you had so much more, you had no smoke, no mirrors, no distraction, no nothing, would you be more focused in the driver's seat or would you still be behind? Because at one point, you were trailing and lacking to everything you were doing last year. You were on par with last year. These last 10 games have put you in the driver's seat of 2018. This got you away from whatever the hell you were doing last year. This has got you out of the cellar. You're looking like an actual baseball team. So I want to hear your comments. I want to hear it. Like I said, speakpipe.com/Boston_concessions. Leave your comments. Leave everything to it. I want to hear what you got to say. I will play it live here. No belching. No shitting your pants. Not into that. Well, I might be into that a little. Not in the way you want. Sorry. But that is the time that we've got. I dropped my pen. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for listening. This has been Boston Concessions. We are an SSBN podcast. Those lovely hunks that are right down in Rhode Island. One of them actually went to Colorado. He was supposed to be on with us last week, and he went to Colorado. So now I have to make sure he's coming on this week. Steve, Ollie, Gilly, Josh. You guys are amazing. I make fun of you because I love you. And I'm not going to say that A word because I know you guys make fun of me for it and I don't give a shit. But I thank you for giving me the moment to be an SSBN guy. At some point, we'll be on, we'll chat, we'll do our thing. It's baseball season. I got to get one of them on here. It may happen. It may not. Like I said, I had Al Nahigian on here 3 times. Twice he was slated, and then I did my 60th episode. He's like, I'll come on for a few. I'll talk Sox. I'm like, all right. Sometimes easier said than done. But to everybody, please have a good rest of your day. Good morning. Good everything that you're doing. We will be back Thursday night. Unless watch social media, because if it happens, Steve's gonna be on. I'll probably do like an 8 o'clock show. I'll do something early so this way we get him in, talk some sports. But then, of course, like I said, the replay you can watch on YouTube. The other replay, just in case you don't want to YouTube it, but you want to listen to the hijinks and everything like that, we are wherever you can find a podcast. We are Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, or even on Amazon Podcasts. We thank you for listening. We enjoy you for checking in. And above all, everybody, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, or good night, whichever you're listening. And we'll see you next time. I'm your host, Topher. Have a good one, everybody. And for the once in this. Go Sox.